10,000 subscriber special. Thank you so much. Today we're taking a break from engineering content to grade student memes posted to Reddit's r/EngineeringStudents. So this is a classic. Look at problem 1, parts A through K. And if you mess up part B, then it's going to trickle and ruin your answers for every other part after that because they all lead into each other. Great meme. I love the Ralph format. This is definitely an A. When you get to your first engineering job, you're going to discover that you're going to have to learn most things from scratch because engineering school covered fundamentals, not a lot of the application that you're actually going to need at work. But every once in a while, you're going to get that awesome feeling of like, oh, I do know that. So while I do love the feeling of this meme, I have seen better versions of it before, so I'm calling this a C. So exactly, I think this is the better version of that Leo meme because it still has the student bright and shiny going out into the real world and the engineers there like you know nothing. But this one has the added feature of making fun of me, the guy at the university being like, yeah, good job, go get him, kid. So I'm scoring this a B. So I get it. There's logic gates above a gate, so it's a logic gate. But this is a repost from BTech Tards, so plagiarism is not approved. F, you fail. We want original memes only on r/EngineeringStudents. Engineering students should not be taking unpaid internship. You should be paid for your work. But I don't think many students do fall for this trap. So while I see the point of it, I'm scoring it a D because I think this used to be worse in the old days, but is not as bad anymore as it used to be. The biggest scam of higher education has to be the cost of tuition. There's gotta be a way to do this cheaper. The second biggest scam is 1 credit hour labs. Every other class at the university, the number of credits is based on the amount of effort or the amount of time we expect a student to have to devote to the class on average. This is why they have that rule of thumb. For every 1 hour in class, you should be putting in 2 hours outside of class, right? That's how we define a credit hour. For some reason, chemistry and physics and all the lab classes out there just get to throw that rule out the book. It's super unfair, so this is a good meme, but it really does make me mad, so I'm scoring it a D because I don't like that this practice continues. All the YouTube gurus are going to say subs don't matter, but for an education channel like mine, every subscriber is a real student who had a real question and needed help, and they found my videos, and it helped them enough that they chose that they might want to come back and watch another one later. And so for this 10,000 subscriber special, your TA Serenity and me wanted to give you a sincere and heartfelt thank you for trusting us. And I hope that we can keep doing this in the future. We got more videos planned. Thank you so much. Thank you. Oh, this meme gets an A. Now this meme super hits home because it's not just students trying to read my handwriting on the board. It's me trying to read your handwriting on the homework. And combined with the awesome Drake format, which is maybe the best meme template ever made, this one gets a B. Pretty good. I want to love this meme. It's hilarious, both the content and the sort of give and take of the different majors making fun of each other. But it's just so hard to read with all the emojis, so humor is definitely an A, but the actual delivery, nah, D. Sorry. Here's another one where, again, I want to love it, and once I actually get through the whole thing, it's good, it's funny, but again, it's just the title's long, there's so much stuff on the page. Maybe I'm also a little bit jealous because I always think about doing cool stuff like this on tests, and then some other professor's just showing me up, so it's good, it's fine. I'll give it a C, but I think when it comes to memes, I want them to be a little more instantly recognizable. That's what it's going to take to get up to an A. There's nothing I hate more in mechanics of materials than having to say the word poisson in front of a class of students. You can't just say poison. I guess poisson, that's usually what I end up saying, poisson. But I still feel like I know I'm doing it wrong, but I don't want to actually say it correctly. So I love the meme, but I hate the word, so I'm scoring it a C. think this meme is fake. How are you going to write all of your notes on the Mobius strip after it's already curled up and assembled? You should have written your notes on it first and then stapled it together. So if you can show me proof that you actually used this, that you actually wrote your notes all over it, I'll regrade up to a B, but for now, you get an F. I said before, memes should be instantly recognizable. When I look at this photo, all I see is the words "give up," which is not entirely out of place on r/engineering students. We see those sorts of things every once in a while. Then I read the comment and I see the cable and I'm like, oh yeah, this is kind of funny. This does look like the statics problem. But because of the misdirection, I'm scoring this a D. I think there's a better version of this meme. I think it could be done better. There's nothing wrong with some good-natured, friendly competition between the majors. So I love this meme. I'm scoring it an A. This is so on brand for the way engineers behave compared to the other majors on campus. So this is a very wholesome and fun way to do it. So yeah, definitely an A. And then another version, engineers making fun of each other, right? The little conflict between the majors. So I don't think this is quite as good as the last one, but I'm still scoring it a B. So civil engineers do sometimes end up as a little bit of a punching bag for mechanical and electrical. But yeah, so this is a B tier. I do love when it's in the name of having fun, friendly competition. That's allowed. B. So at first, this just looks like a regular explainer image just showing how to do the right-hand rule. But then I read the title, okay, that's kind of funny. Then I look back at the picture, wait, that's actually a left hand. So I'm not entirely sure what's going on here, but I can see where it's going, so I'll give it a C. Based on my analytics on YouTube, I can tell what day of the week it is and even what month of the year, just based on the cycles of the semester as it ramps up and then gets into finals and summer and Christmas break, or like Sunday through Wednesday, it kind of ramps up, and then Friday and Saturday views drop off a cliff. So I do think this is funny to me, having seen those sort of YouTube analytics, but I think to most students, this is probably not that interesting, so F. Oh, I hate giving this meme a bad grade because it's actually a really cool story that's both entertaining and actually really useful. Explains a great topic of survivorship bias. But memes are supposed to be funny and they're supposed to be quick. So as a meme, I have to score it an F, but pause the video and read through this story. It's an awesome little story. So the story was worth an A, but as a meme, this is a fail. I do love professor memes just as much as student memes, and professors struggling with technology, it absolutely is a struggle for no good reason. But I've seen better versions of this meme before, so it gets a C, not because I'm protecting the professors, just because I think this could be better. I love poker. It's one of my favorite hobbies. I go out to the World Series of Poker most summer and play pot limit Omaha tournaments. Any individual hand of poker is primarily determined based on luck. But over the course of a career, a person's winnings is primarily based on skill. My least favorite thing about engineering tests is that there inherently is a luck element in every question because, there's 100 topics I can choose from, and if you're prepared for 99 of them, there's still a chance I put that one that you don't know on the test. So I think this is a great meme that perfectly encapsulates a real-world struggle point with engineering education and I don't know if there's a great way around it, but yeah, this is an A-tier meme. I love it. But keep studying, right? Every time you study, that's another piece of armor you put on to protect yourself from another possible trick question your professor could throw at you. Imposter syndrome never goes away. By all accounts, I've had a very successful career. I started off operating nuclear power plants on board submarines in the US Navy. I've got a PhD in mechanical engineering from Duke. I'm a department chair of mechanical engineering. And yet, the more successful you become, the more successful people you compare yourself against. So this feeling never entirely goes away. And so, yeah, I think every engineer can understand this. So I'm scoring this as a B, because it's very real and it might not ever go away. You just become aware of it, which makes you not care as much anymore. You'll still feel it, just won't bother you the same as it used to. One of the great feelings in engineering is being a senior taking a freshman level history gen ed class and watching the freshmen get their first B in a course that you don't even care about at all anymore because you're already, 2 feet out the door. So yeah, this is an A tier meme. Again, friendly competition between the majors. Yeah, it's a great feeling taking one of those classes as a senior. As a professor, when I'm answering a student's question during a test, the whole room suddenly goes quiet. People stop writing, people stop punching numbers in calculators. They're all craning their ears to overhear in case I'm going to say something that's going to help them as well. So I have noticed this. So usually if I'm saying something that other people in the class may need to know also, I'll kind of pause and just make an announcement out to the whole room as to what the answer was. So the people sitting right next to them don't get an advantage. So I'm going to score this a D. I do like it. It's super real, but I am trying to stop it. I'm trying to make it so that this is not a thing anymore. So a D. Hopefully this goes away. So this is more of a math meme than an engineering meme, but all engineers take calculus. And frankly, I've seen 100 versions of the plus C meme before, so I'm just kind of over it by now. This is a good version, but it's still a D. I think this is overdone. I'm ready to see something new. Show me some original memes. As far as professors go, I do have pretty good handwriting, but I don't use a ruler on a whiteboard. So I'm scoring this an F, partially because I'm a little bit jealous, partially because I do like my memes to be funny, not just oddly satisfying, which is the category that I would put this meme in. So F for the professor that I'm jealous of. You have awesome handwriting, but this is not the meme for me. I tell every engineering student, keep your calculator 100% of the time in degrees. If you're in a math class, you need to do a radian calculation, change it to radians and then change it immediately right back. This is a very real thing that can really happen, but with some good calculator procedures, this can be avoided. So this is kind of a self-own if this happens to you. So for that reason, I'm giving it a C. It's very real, but very avoidable. All right, again, another meme based on the difference between engineering school and engineering careers. John Daly is a legend, so yeah, this is a great meme, so true. Yeah, I'm scoring this a B. This is pretty good. And here we go, final meme. This is my all-time favorite meme ever posted to r/EngineeringStudents because I don't want to just tell you the answer. Really, the best case scenario is for me to give you a hint and guide you and let you discover the answer. You'll remember it so much better that way. And so one of the tricks that I can use is to, ask your classmate, because if they know the answer, they can learn it better by explaining it to you. It's kind of like both students benefit. But I know that so many times I've told students that talk to their classmate, talk to their lab partner, and their partner's just as clueless as them. So I know I'm setting people up for failure when I do this, but I'm doing it for a good reason. When it works awesome. But yeah, so I love this meme. #1 meme of all time. I'm scoring this an A. This is an S tier meme. Thank you so much for watching. I've got a bunch of playlists down in the description. If you're taking mechanics and materials, heat transfer, fluid mechanics, engineering graphics, go ahead and bookmark a playlist so throughout the semester you can come back and find all my videos. Have a great day. Have a great semester. Good luck on your next test.